Okay. So here what we are expected to study is about the poultry breeds. Poultry, domestic hen. And the different types of poultries are the mainly, one are mainly for producing meat, which we call broiler chicken. Another type is producing mainly used for laying eggs. That is why they are known as a layers, egg layers. So these are the two broad divisions of chicken. Now, what is the importance of poultry farming is that it's very important for the agricultural economy of India. Because if you take India, major contribution of India's wealth is actually coming from agriculture. And these kind of things like poultry farming, aquaculture, cattle rearing, are all playing a very important role in providing income to our farmers as well as most of the people living in villages. So if you in Kerala, when we are living in Kerala, we don't find much difference between a city and a village. Even in a village, you can get most of the facilities. Many highly big facilities you may not. Still, even a village in Kerala is somewhat better. But if you go to North India, that is not the situation. Villages are really very poor. People are highly dependent on agriculture. Agriculture is their only income. So that is the case of people in the rest of India. And in such a background, this kind of practices like poultry farming, duck farming, quail farming, cattle rearing are all playing a very important role and involving rearing of domestic birds such as chicken, duck, turkey, geese, etc. So these are the different types of birds people, farmers are rearing for either for laying eggs or for getting meat like chicken meat. So chicken is the most commonly reared. Reared means a ground bird. And poultry sector in India plays a significant, as I told you, as an employment generating thing. This kind of practices like chicken farming, turkey farming, they are providing an important source of income and also jobs to many people in the villages. People who are doing this poultry farming or duck farming, they get some kind of income. So for providing food and also for giving rural employment and for economic development of our villages, all these agricultural practices are playing a very important role. So that it is from that point you have to approach this topic. Now, if you look at that, India ranks among the top producers of eggs and poultry meat globally. So, if you take worldwide, India is a very important country in producing number of eggs. And industry evolved from backyard. Backyard means this place around our house. That is known as a backyard. Earlier, people are rearing hen in their mainly in their house compound itself. Then from that level, in many villages, it has grown into a now industrial level activity. Instead of rearing one or two chicken hen, they will be rearing thousands of hen. So that will be producing a lot of eggs. So that is why from a backyard activity, it has developed into a commercial and the industry level enterprise over several years. With increasing urbanization, changing food habits, and improved economic standard, the demand for poultry, for example, if we want eggs, we need to grow hen. Only from hen or chicken we are getting these eggs. Recently, in many Western countries like Australia, Europe, as well as in America, you might have heard that there is a shortage of eggs. So if you go to a supermarket, they will not allow you to purchase too many eggs because there was a shortage of eggs. But in India, we do not have that kind of problem. So when people are there, each people should get some amount, some quantity of the eggs. So if there are 1.4 billion people in India, they may require a lot of eggs. So that number of eggs has to be produced in India. And similarly, non-vegetarian people will be mainly preferring chicken meat. So for that also a lot of chicken has to be produced. So there is a very high demand for chicken meat as well as egg. Only by raising or rearing a lot of hen or a lot of chicken, we will be able to meet this demand. So that is the scope of this industry, poultry, because there is always a demand. If you are selling your chicken, you have a chicken meat center, and you are selling good quality chicken meat, people will be coming to your place. Then poultry industry can be broadly divided into two categories. One is broiler farming, that is broiler chicken, mainly for the production of meat. Second is the layer farming, mainly for producing egg layers. So these are the two main type of chicken that are available. So in addition to commercial production, indigenous poultry breeds are still raised in many rural and tribal areas where they contribute to nutrition, income, and cultural practice. Because one important point about this poultry farming is that it is a age-old practice, traditional practice. It has been with human being for thousands or 2000s of years. So even if you go to tribal society like in and forest society where people are living, they also rearing some kind of chicken there. So that is what they are mentioning here. Now we have to see what are the principal poultry breeds in India. So India has a very rich diversity of poultry breeds, mainly adapted to local climate and resistant to many diseases. For example, the type of chicken or hen which are highly adapted to living in Kerala may not be suitable for living in northern India or in Andaman or in West Bengal or in Assam. So different states have somewhat different breeds of chicken are there. Native breeds are known for the hardiness. Hardiness means they are very strong and they have more capacity for resisting disease, and their ability to survive on scavenging. Because if you have a chicken hen at your home, you might have noticed that even if you are not giving them any food, what our normal hens will do, they will be moving around in our house compound, digging the soil and feeding on the worms or other products. That activity is known as a scavenging and other good mothering qualities. So these are the some of the advantages of our native hen. They are important for genetic conservation and sustainable backyard poultry development. Backyard poultry development means we are not rearing hen at a larger scale. We only rear only a few number of hen, maybe 10 or 20, so that we get enough number of eggs for our household needs. So that level is known as a backyard poultry rearing. Another is a poultry rearing at a commercial level, that where we are producing thousands of eggs and we are selling it. So that way is that here you can find some examples of one around seven different breeds of poultry, mainly native breeds. Native breeds mean they are not introduced into that state from anywhere. They are naturally there. For example, if you go to Andhra Pradesh, they have a breed known as Asil. This is the Asil breed. And if you look at here in the picture, we may not see much difference. The first one is known as the Asil breed. So advantage of Asil breed is that they have a good fighting ability and they have a muscular body and a low egg production. See, here you can see this is the Asil breed. Then how many eggs are produced? 40 to 60 eggs are only produced. Now from Madhya Pradesh we have another breed known by the name Kadaknath. That picture is also here. The second picture is that of Kadaknath, that is present in Madhya Pradesh. It's a black meat chicken. So the meat may be slightly black in color. That is a black meat chicken, and having medicinal value. Then that chicken meat is rich in protein and low in fat. So these are some qualities of this Kadaknath chicken. Then we have Nicobari chicken. As from the name, it is present in Nicobar Islands. Here you can see that this is the Nicobari chicken. So some minor differences are the good for egg laying and are indigenous to Nicobar Islands. Then another is Manaraja. It is developed by PDP. You might have heard about PDP milk. They have developed this at Hyderabad. Dual purpose. That means they are good for producing egg as well as meat yield, and they are also suited for our backyard farming. That is, backyard farming means growing a hen or rearing hen in our house backyard. So that is the Vanaraja. Here you can see that this is the Vanaraja. Vanaraja is a special type of breed developed by PDP. Then if you go to Karnataka, there you can find Giriraja, and that is also for improved for backyard farming. Then good growth rate, and also they are good for producing eggs. Here you can see a picture of Giriraja. So this next second one is known as the Giriraja. Then we have few more type of breeds are there. Then Chittagong breed have a larger body size, and they produce a few number of eggs and are mainly used for meat. So that type is known as a Chittagong. Chittagong is in the Assam area. So that type of breed is a very slim and type, mainly used for producing meat. Then finally Gagas, finally present in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh region, and they are moderate layer. Layer means they produce only enough number of eggs. So a dual purpose breed. Dual purpose means they can be used as a meat product for meat chicken or all for egg laying chicken. That is a dual purpose breed. That is known as a Gagas. This is the Gagas. So these are the 7 different indigenous breed which are popularly available present in India. Other than that, we have also exotic breed. Now regarding the exotic breed, these are some of the exotic breed: White Leghorn, Rhode Island, Plymouth Rock, Cornish, and Sussex. So all these have been introduced by Europeans in India. That, for example, White Leghorn has came from Italy, and Rhode Island chicken might have come from USA, and Plymouth Rock also came from USA. Then we have Cornish. Cornish is mainly used for producing meat. Then Sussex is mainly used for say dual purpose chicken. So one advantage of this exotic breed is that they may be capable of producing higher quantity of egg, and they are, for example, White Leghorn mainly for egg laying. So that then Cornish is maybe good for producing good quality meat. So they are used in commercial poultry farm. We have seen that one is backyard poultry rearing is there, where we are growing chicken in our own house in a limited level. But if you are doing the same thing at a larger level, we call it as commercial poultry farm. And these people, for example, you might have heard about some there is a type of chicken available in Kerala called Subuna chicken. They have factories, big factories, chicken farms in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, etc. They are producing large scale, and they have large farms, and their chicken is slightly, the taste of the chicken itself is slightly different. They are more soft and of good quality also. So they may be using this kind of exotic breeds. Then broilers are there. We come to the broiler chicken. They are chicken raised specifically for meat production, and they are genetically bred for rapid weight gain. For example, broiler chicken means they grow in size very fast. Within 1 or 2 months, they can reach a good body size. So ready for market within 6 to 7 weeks. That means within a period of 2 months or 1.5 months, they will be ready for marketing. Rapid growth rate and larger muscle mass. So these are some of the qualities or characteristics of broiler chicken. Require protein rich and energy dense feed. So when we are rearing a broiler chicken, we have to give them food which are rich in protein, then sensitive environmental condition and require intensive care. Mostly derived from breeds like Cornish. Here you might have studied. Cornish is a type of chicken introduced from England to India. Their purpose is to, and most of the broiler chicken are actually Cornish breed. The common breeds are white leghorn, Isa brown, highline. These are some of the important, here you can say, mainly developed from Cornish breed. So coming to the management, they keep in deep litter system or controlled environment shed, high stocking density with the proper. So this is important. If you are rearing a lot of chicken, maybe 100,000 or 10,000, we have to give proper hygiene, proper aeration, proper ventilation, proper temperature. Otherwise, what will happen if there is some kind of disease like bird flu, entire hen will be dead. So that is a problem. Vaccination and biosecurity are also very important, because if there is some kind of virus attack, entire chicken will be destroyed. Then second is the layers. In the case of layer, they start laying at 18 to 20 weeks. So that is the type of number of weeks which are usually taken by egg laying breed. Lay continuously for 72 weeks, producing 300 to 320 eggs. So if you are rearing hen for producing eggs, these kind of breeds like white leghorn, Isa brown or highlight are some of the most efficient type of breed. Then lightweight, efficient feed to egg conversion. That's also a quality. Then housed in cages or deep litter system. So that is an important thing that you have to keep in your mind. Procure balanced feed. For example, if we are rearing egg laying breeds, we have to give them food rich in calcium, because the egg shell of the shell of the egg are actually calcium products. So if chicken is not getting enough calcium, they may not be able to produce calcium in their body, and fewer eggs will be produced. So proper lighting schedule are needed to simulate laying. 17 hours per day is needed for egg laying. That is why they use artificial lighting. Then vaccination for common disease like ranicate and infectious bronchitis. These are some of the diseases which are affecting them. So finally coming to the last part, it's a very fast growing segment of agriculture and is supporting the jobs and income life of many millions of people. Then we have two different breeds are there, indigenous breeds as well as commercial breed. Then we have both broiler type chicken and also egg laying type chicken. So what is our purpose? Whether we want eggs, we have to select that kind of breed, or we want to produce meat, we have to go for Cornish cross type of chicken. So this is a idea, preliminary idea about our topic, and in our next class we will go into other aspects of this topic.